Let me congratulate and recognize the convener of the Construction Artisans Award, my whole very personal person. Thank you very much for doing this great. And I recognize my whole constituency, the artisans themselves. Honorable Minister, this is my whole very constituency. And I thank you. After graduating from into a company, and I joined the carpentry section to train waiting to go into NYC service. And today, I actually identify with the artisans. It is really I'm proud that I my work is to hold these guests, industry stakeholders, fellow builders, colleagues from built environment, and especially our artisans on the occasion of 2026 Construction Artisans Award. On behalf of the leadership of the Nigerian education and our nation's built environment. Today, celebrates not only commercial but also resilience, discipline, and professionalism that define the construction. Artisans remain critical to achieving quality, safety, and sustainability in building production. Their hands transforms into good structure, and their expertise ensures that standards are ahead at sites nationwide. As both recognition and encouragement. Recognition of outstanding performance and encouragement of continuous improvement and capacity development. The Institute set for best practices, advancement within the building sector through collaboration, strong and industry initiative that competence and work of construction artisans. Congratulate all nominees and award recipients for their dedication to excellence. Your work inspires confidence in the future of our construction industry. This will motivate greater achievement in the years ahead. Thank you, and I wish you all successful and memorable 2026 Construction Award ceremony. Thank you and thank you.
Solomon Ogunbosola. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much. Give them pencil and say, draw something. The president of job creation. Many of us have forgotten his name, we just call him Mr. Empower. I appreciate Mr. Afolabi Imokwemi. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, very quickly, we will take another man who helped the build sector, who helped to build at the national level for the say all politics is local. He has also come back home and is also doing a very magnificent work in his state. He is a former president of Sudan, Group Managing Director for Hope and Group, distinguished Reverend FNIS.
Housing and Urban Development, a very good friend of mine, and a fellow of Nigerian Institute of Architects. So you're welcome. Thank you so much. Honorable Minister of State for Education and the Chairman of Nigeria, Professor Ahmed, thank you so much. I need also to recognize Professor Idris Mohammed Bugaji. Your speech was so rousing, unscripted, to the point, and I was moved. And I took something away from your speech that this year we shall be here in thousands. Many of you hear it, I believe it so much. I'd like to stop here and stand on this. It's so important for me. I come with heartful gratitude. In 1960, I was a carpenter, and I took my work in government trade center. Many have asked us, why are we here? What are we doing? 2 years ago, in 2014, we met on the species of Renda, and we decided that we have outside of Renda to find a way of impacting society in general. Some two men took on the role of doing that. One gentleman is here, Festus Adebayo. Where is Festus? That is the gentleman in charge of African International House. Can we call for him? Appreciate him. The other gentleman is Yoda Antiokwa, convener of CAA system. Can we appreciate him? They decided they're going to go different pathways to see how we can impact our society. The rest, as they say, is both Festus, myself, and Yoda Antiokwa are involved in the system and through the CAA, and I happen to be the chairman of the board. And what of the thing message is to the artisans that with God nothing is impossible for you. We started at a time when so many of them could not believe in themselves. One of the unsung achievements is that today we are making mandatory artisans themselves can own homes in the estates they are living. And we are making it a duty to organize them. Many of them never felt just to provide services, do the carpentry work, electrical and painting and whatever. But one thing, they earn more than the average of their colleagues in total service and other things. Some of them earn as much as 400, 500. They have organized themselves. Honorable Minister, here today, and the rest of other ministries, the greatest tool that they are taking, and in September this year, some of them are like to be in for the world scale competition. In that of part of Nigeria, to be able to earn greater height. One of the things I look forward in today's event is when all of us, the minister, the right, and the CAA, that it is to them share the that, but it's beyond that. For the awesome some of those people that train power are today because they say to make be committed. But because we are in us. So I want to have you know time to come the white collar
it in a very modest way, but we have seen him turn the lives of many. I was in Edo last year. I saw what he's doing, transforming lives. People came in their hundreds. Nigerians in the diaspora came to know how to. Thank you very much, sir, for what you're doing. Please put your hands together for me. Well, to see it, you must have some form of said it's now ending up to 1 million. I think we should have for it. Do you believe that? So clap now for others while you're on the way. One of my brothers called his bank once and asked his bank, said, how much is in the bank account? And they told him that you have enough to buy a bank. He didn't ask them which kind of bank. So I told him, I said, can you call them to ask them what kind of bank? By the time he called, they said, sir, you cannot buy a power bank. Well, at this point, to your speech to hear exactly what it is. Organizers have asked that we have 3 speakers at the category, but we want to bring just the first speaker of each of the groups so we can hear them and then we can improve our notes, speak to what they have said and what their challenges are. Permission of the Honorable and the Minister of State office. We will have to escort you to apologize to them in your office. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for her. That's why we are not doing the full debate. We just want 3 of them to just say something so we can hear from our children about, because they represent the future. So very quickly, I just want to draw the attention of the speakers to stick to their time. Just very quickly, let's just take this. So the first, we have 3 schools actually. We have Government Science and Technical College, Garki. Please put your hands together for them. And we have also GSS, Garki, also Area 10. Please put your hands together for them. And we have Government Girls Secondary School, Tuesday. We have to bring a ladies' school so that we don't have only men talking. So very quickly, I want to start with Government Science and Technical College, Garki. Your speaker is Robinson Victory C. Amara. Please quickly come out. Put your hands together for him. This guy is already building. He's building some. Clap for him, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, co-debaters, my fellow students, and the great artisans. My name is Robinson Victory from Government Science and Technical College, Area 3, Garki, Abuja. I am here to propose the motion which states, and I quote, which is important for Nigeria's future, technical skills education or university education. But before I go further, let us be enlightened on this definition of these terms. Technical skills education is a career-oriented education system that prepares individuals for self-reliance and workforce participation by combining theoretical instruction and practical training in technical fields. On the other hand, university education is an institution-based learning that promotes critical thinking, innovation, and the development of theoretical knowledge for national and global developments. Yes, from the above definitions, I did say that both education forms are good. But for Nigeria, considering our state, technical skill education is important because it enables us to raise our shoulders among the giants of the world, which may include China, USA, and Russia. Nigeria suffers unemployment, which has led to illegal acts. And to surprises, these illegal acts are carried out by university graduates. This is because university education does not provide job-ready technical skills. But when we looking at technical skills education, it provides job-ready skills. Research has this. According to Nigeria statistics 2020, the unemployment rate was 3.3%, which was one of the highest in Africa. But skilled jobs such as carpenters, electricians, plumbers, and so much more which are present here are still in high demand. Degree may build a nation, degree may plant a nation, but our skills build the nation. Moving on, technical skills education promotes self-reliance and entrepreneurship because it allows individuals to start businesses instead of waiting for white-collar jobs. The government can help by providing funds instead of trying to create jobs. I would like to ask this question. Among all these individuals present here, can you tell me that one of them cannot go and start producing something, start making businesses, earning income, all at the university education, in which one may need to wait for the white-collar jobs? These people all here, these great technicians here, have the power to start making something. We can also see this in Abia State, which specifically Aba. Skilled makers are producing shoes and selling them locally, and it is boosting Nigeria's local industry. I will need to go further. According to SMEDAM/MES 2021 survey, we see that Nigeria has 29.6 million micro, small, and medium enterprises, which is contributing 48% to Nigeria's GDP. It also provides 84% of employment in Nigeria. Most of these jobs that we look around need technicians and skilled workers in order for it to be efficient. We say that skill is the currency of the 21st century, not just certificates. The World Bank 2020 report is stating that Nigeria faced a significant skills mismatch where our graduates lacked practical skills which were required by their employers. Technical skill education directly addresses this by focusing on hands-on training. So, in Germany, 50% of their youth go through vocational or technical training, which is boosting Germany's economy. And we can see Germany has one of the lowest of unemployment in Europe, even in the world. So, Nigeria, what should we do? We should borrow this and leave this time that many people are not unemployed and invest in technical skills education. I'll be concluding here. In conclusion, let the numbers speak. Over 30% of youth unemployment, we have seen that. 40% of graduate unemployment rates, and a GDP increasingly driven by ICT. Nigeria should stop investing too much time in university education and start investing in technical education, which will equip our people with skills that match market realities, generate income, and secure the industrial growth for Nigeria. This will lead to rapid industrialization. Therefore, the widest plan for our country, Nigeria, to make, to be great in the next years to come, in the next 10 years to come, to be productive, to help the nation, to be a support nation, we need to empower hands, not just minds.
Area 10, and the speaker is Luffy Jessica Manson. Please put your hands together. Quickly, come to the front, quickly. Well, let me tell you, this is a debate, so some of them may support, some of them may not support, but just clap for the same.
The Honorable Minister, His enthroned, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and beloved unique artisans, my co-debaters, Mr. Chairman, my panel of judges, my accurate timekeeper, and my fellow students. My name is Luffy Jessica, and I am here to propose the motion which states that university education is much more important than technical skills education. That we are talking about. There are different fields in life. People are open to their choices. They get to decide, and in universities, they get to learn these things. In universities, you're not just open to learn about your field, you're open to learn about any other things. You're exposed to life, ready for challenges that you face in the future. You're not just going to hear about STEM all the way in life. Our future is not just based on STEM. What will then happen to our political structure? What will happen to our medical labs? What will happen to other parts of our country, like the law enforcement? What will happen to our police agencies? What will happen to our securities? Can we live in a country where our security is in danger? No, we're already facing a high rate of insecurity in this country. That needs to be solved. We just don't need to sit down and be focusing on technical skills. With technical skills, build the schools that we need. No, it won't. But yes, it will open your mind. You will be able to develop and build on technologies that will help to improve the country. But then at the same time, what will happen to our doctors? Will they go on their knees to be begging for jobs? No, our medical laboratories are already lacking a lot. Yes, and hold on, I'm not done. Let's also talk about these technical skills we are looking up to. Yes, they bring a wide range of opportunity jobs. But then this technology we are looking at is developing rapidly. It's growing very fast. And we actually need it. But it is not more important than our university education. Why? University education teaches us more than that. It prepares us for a future that is brighter. It builds people, it develops minds. Yes, there are a lot of graduates that do not have jobs, but remember the saying, choices have consequences. Make choices that will make a brighter future for you. Some graduate from school and go and drop their certificates. That's not our fault. Let's talk about these technical skills. If you notice, there is a high rate of children, teenagers now, that are going into coding and robotics. They are learning these things in few years. But then university, you stay in uni for about 4 to 5 years, you learn new things, you are open to people, you get to know how people will react, how to approach people. Will you just sit down all day looking at your laptop or desktop, pressing it, trying to develop things, while other problems out there in the world are killing our nation? These technical skills we are talking about, are we forgetting that there's also affected us in several negative ways that cause damage. Let's talk about how teenagers and young minds now go online, get bad characters from there and come and exhibit it. Since when did that start? In universities, they are trained, they are molded, they are trained in a way that they will be able to face challenges. They are also put in a their life. I will not end my debate here. My point here is to let you know that university education is not just a word. It has foundations, it has meanings, it has different things that your eyes are not yet open to see. Yes, AI is here to change the world, to take away things and bring a new foundation. But let's not forget where we come from. Let's not forget our home, our mother. Let's think about our surroundings. Let's think about our children. Let's think about the generations that will come. Let's build a foundation that will be much more bigger than that. Are you going to tell me that our president, the Honorable Bola Ahmed Tinubu, does not have a university certificate? Yes, he does. And that is one of the necessities for someone to be the president in this country. You cannot tell me that there's any president in this world that has a university certificate. No. So I say yes to university education, and I urge you to join me and stand for this. Thank you.
This picture, someday you will become a minister. for providing confidence to our public schools. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We appreciate the work you're doing. Please put your hands together for her. Especially appreciate the Vice President North Central for Reader, the Executive Chairman of Osilama Group of Companies, ESV, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Osilama. Please put your hands together for him. I know you should have a seat in front. Now, I need you to listen very carefully. The last of the contestants said something that is very important for me. She said, on the one hand, we need technical education, and on the other, we need skills education. But in the middle of all of that, we need somebody who understands what it takes to build systems and to develop curriculum. Our minister had a BSc education in chemistry. That means education and science put together. She went on to study a master's in curriculum development. That means you understand what it means to build the systems that we need. She went on to do a PhD in science education. That means in every sense of the word, she is qualified to build our education system. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, she is the champion of girl child education in Nigeria, and you see how demonstrated it is in that hall. She is the champion of modern curriculum, and she helped to develop our curriculum to include digital skills, not only skills that artisans use, but also skills that we need in a digital age. She had also introduced the Lumina program, World Skills Nigeria. Professor Sulega Sadi.
Let me start by recognizing the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Dangiwa, who is your person. So I don't have to give him any accolades. You know who he is and how he's supporting the artisans. I would like to also recognize the representative of Minister of Trade and Investment, of course, the ESMBTE, Professor Abugad. I think he eats and sleeps TVET. For him, it's about empowering our youth. It's about ensuring that they do not only acquire the skill, but they have the necessary certification to compete globally. You have heard his speech. I don't have to repeat that. The convener, Builder A.A. Oka, and all other builders that are here present, there are so many of them, so I'm collectively recognizing your presence. So many of them, so I'm collectively recognizing your presence. The Chairman, Council of Skills Registration, thank you for being here and for supporting the Nigerian youth. Reverend Omochukwu Chime, Group Managing Director, Hopen Group, I recognize you. Executive Director, African International Housing Show, Festus Adebayo. Chief Executive of ITL, other invited dignitaries, artisans, and our competitors. Great artisans! Great! Great artisans! Great! Congratulations for being here today. We hope to see you making changes in Nigeria. Gentlemen of the press, good morning all. You know, scientists and technical people and colleges don't speak a lot. We always go direct to the point. But then, as you say, when you are at the side, it's different from when you are under the driver's seat. Sometimes you need to talk about what the government is doing, so that people knows about these programs. When I heard the second speaker, the lady, I heard her because she was speaking to the hostile environment. If she was not confident, well, she wouldn't have made that presentation. Everybody was just hostile to her. She argued, it doesn't show. I respect her for that. She has a lot of confidence. So it's not like I did not relate. The first speaker spoke very well. But you were speaking to an audience that are receptive, an audience that align with his vision, an audience that understand what he's saying. So the environment was enough. But for her, if it is another lady, she will have just crumbled. So please understand why I mocked her. She's not well, she's fine, not being receptive for her. Others work very well. Let me say this. I will go into my written speech. It's the government team. But let me tell you, I'm very happy. I'm happy with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He gave us the enabling environment. He gave us the leaders' support to ensure that we bridge the gap between knowledge and skill. Whether we like it or not, Nigeria has neglected skills. We are so crazy about certification that it is overpopulated, and then the skills completely neglected, completely forgotten. This is not the story today. When the Registration Council spoke, he mentioned that the sky is the limit. Let me tell you, with excellent skill, the sky is just the beginning. It's not the end. We did a research before we commence our priority identification. What we discover is the skill gap needed even in the country. There is a huge gap. We don't have one. Skilled manpower are just not available in Nigeria. We have invested in 2025 over 110 billion in TVET. And that is why I said I have to talk about it. The recommendation by the first speaker is something that has already been implemented. You are all aware that we have started skill training in about 25 key skill areas. These students already in the first cohort, we have more than 100,000 youth enrolled in those programs. Completely free. Steve, 5,000 as much hours. And then at the end of the program, each of the participants will be given a startup. This is an investment already done. Initially, we have technical colleges, but then along the way, another government came, the math, science, and technical education. When they merged them, of course, everybody wants to be a doctor. Everybody wants to be an engineer. Everybody wants to have, it's about the craziness for certification. And therefore, the students prepare to go for the sciences rather than the technical education. Students at second term. We are focusing the country to focus more on technical and vocational skills. The pathway for them is from the FTCs, and we have also ensured that we are moving away from only deductive. 20% deductive and 80% skills with industries, with partnership with industries. So I can assure you, this government is very serious about TVET. It's very serious and it's making the necessary investment in the TVET sector. So the recommendation by one of my sons that did the presentation, I can assure you that already the government have implemented and we have got very far in that regard. But at the same time, we have also been recognized as World Skill Council, which will also broaden our horizon in terms of opportunities of our youth in the skill sector. So I just want to 6 Construction Artisan Awards and Skill Expo organized by the National Board for Technical Education and their partners. Let me begin by commending NBT for its consistency and leadership in the promotion of technical and vocational education and training, TVET, particularly in the construction sector, which remains one of the most critical drivers of infrastructure development, job creation, and economic growth in Nigeria. I will pause here. I tried to count the number of ladies in this gathering. I was only able to count about 6 or 7. I don't know if there are others that I have not seen, but I tried to count. I'm challenging the convener. In the pamphlet we gave us that has the program of event, very beautiful picture. A gentleman and a lady. But then when you look at the representation, where are the ladies? In fact, they are invisible because they are negligible. So I'm challenging you. The ladies are also coming. They are also interested. Try and get more young ladies to participate in this competition, please. If you need any support from my office, I'm there for you. But I want to come back next year to see at least 30% of young ladies seated in this. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this event is just not about the competition. It goes beyond the competition. It is a celebration of skill, dignity of labor, and the future of work. It reflects a deliberate shift in our national education philosophy, from an over-reliance on certificate to strong emphasis on competence, productivity, and employability. The artisans gathered here today represent the backbone of our construction industry and the builders of Nigeria's future. Under the renewed hope agenda of the federal government, led by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, DCFR, skill development of youth and youth empowerment and job creation are central priorities. The Federal Ministry of Education, working through MBTE and other agencies, is repositioning the TVET ecosystem to ensure that Nigerians, especially young Nigerians, are equipped with market-relevant, industry-aligned, and globally competitive skills. The Construction Artisan Awards and Skill Expo align perfectly with this national vision by recognizing excellence and promoting standardization, encouraging healthy competition. The program contributes to improving quality assurance, safety standards, and professionalism within the construction trades. A strengthened collaboration between training industry practitioners, regulators, and also investors. The strengthening of the National Skill Qualification Framework, the revitalization of technical institutions, the recognition and expansion of prior learning and deeper industry collaborations are deliberate steps toward building a workforce that meets real market demand. Skills are no longer peripheral to national planning, they are strategic. Nigeria's admission into World Skills International marks a defining milestone in this reform journey. World Skills represent the highest global benchmark for technical excellence, where nations measure the strength of their training systems and the competitiveness of their workforce. Nigeria's membership signals readiness to compete, not only within Africa, but globally. It positions our country within the international skill market, where competence determines opportunity, mobility, and economic value. The establishment of World Skills Nigeria provides the institutional framework to drive this ambition. Our mandate is clear: to identify and nurture national champions, to elevate the prestige of vocational excellence, to align domestic training standards with international benchmarks, and to prepare Nigerian youths for continental and global competitions. World Skill Nigeria affirms that technical mastery commands dignity, recognition, and global relevance. In today's economy, skills are tradable assets. Competence is the currency. The Construction Artisan Award strengthens competency-based assessment, alignment with the National Skill Qualification Framework, industry-led evaluation, and talent identification for future international representation. If Nigeria is to compete effectively in the global skill market, excellence must first be measured and nurtured at home. The CAA is strengthening that national talent pipeline. In the construction sector especially, competence determines quality. The durability of our housing, the safety of our infrastructure, and the efficiency of our urban development depend on skilled artisans. Certified professionals improve standards, reduce inefficiency, strengthen regulatory compliance, and enhance investor confidence. So to our artisans, master your craft, pursue certification, and compete boldly. When I say certification, I'm not referring to university certification. I'm referring to National Skill Qualification Framework, NSQF. Those are the certification I'm referring to. And then to the training providers, raise standards and align with global benchmark. While to the industry leaders and financial institutions, I call on you to invest in structured workforce development. And lastly, to the policymakers and stakeholders, we will strengthen institutions and build a resilient ecosystem. To the competitors, I congratulate you for making it to this stage. Your presence here is a testament to your dedication, discipline, and commitment to excellence. You are ambassadors of a new narrative, one that affirms that skills pay, skills empowers, and skills transform lives. I am particularly pleased that this national final brings together the best artisans from across the states of the Federation. This reflects the inclusive and nationwide reach of our skill development initiatives and underscore the importance of decentralizing opportunities and recognizing talents wherever it exists. Nigeria is not simply training artisans. We are building a workforce capable of competing, winning, and thriving in the global scale markets. Nigeria's greatest export will not only be its natural resources, but the competence of its people. Let me assure all stakeholders that the Federal Ministry of Education remains committed to strengthening TVET through policy reforms, improved curricula, instructor training, industry partnership, and the expansion of skill certification frameworks that enhance mobility and employability. In conclusion, I commend MBTE, industry partners, and all collaborators for sustaining this impactful initiative. I am confident that the outcomes of this competition will further elevate the status of artisanship and contribute meaningfully to national development. Nigeria's economic transformation will not be built by policy alone. It is not enough. It will be built by competence, by artisans who measure accurately, construct safely, fabricate precisely, and deliver excellence consistently. It is therefore my honor and privilege to join you at this final competition of the Sales Construction Artisans Award and Skill Expo. Thank you, and I wish all the participants, it is a great pleasure to be with you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Please put your hands together especially for her. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. We are honored to have you and to think you have done this well. Thank you. Thank you. I had taught in Kano before, many years ago when education was still very bad. And those days you teach everything from IRK, CRK, English, maths, everything as one teacher. And one of the days I was teaching maths and I told the boy 4 plus 4, he couldn't say it, so I followed him home to complain to his father. By the time we got to the house, I told the father, I said, your son cannot say 4 plus 4, what are you doing at home? And his younger sister said something in Hausa that gave me a little problem. She looked at the father and said, Baba, tell the Beseniva, I say again. We didn't know that the father also was deficient in maths. So the father looked at us and said, 4 plus 4, chicken view, so then we are 41 to 44. So we left it at that. The father also had some problems. May I especially appreciate the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer A.A. Rabiu, FNSC, who is represented here today by a national executive member, Engineer Leyewo Tijani, FNSC. Please put us together for him. Your Excellency, I understand that time is of the essence, and the next speaker has said we'll speak briefly before we bring on our own minister who has developed excellence and commitment to the housing sector, and especially the artisans. May I invite the representative of the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole FR, who's represented here today by the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the Industrial Training Fund, Dr. Afiz Oluwatoyin Ugo. Please put your hands together for me.
Once again, the Honorable Minister of Housing and Rural Development, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, my colleague, the ES of MPTE, all protocols duly observed. Of course, my great artisans. This is a keynote address by the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, delivered by me. It is a profound honor to stand before you today at the 6th Construction Artisan Awards. I bring you the warm greetings and best wishes of the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Oduwole, MFR, who would have loved to be here personally, but has asked me to represent her and the federal government's commitment to this vital sector. When we talk about industry, trade and investment, we often think of boardroom deals and large-scale factories. But the reality is that no investment in Nigeria's infrastructure is sustainable without the skilled hands of you artisans. True of us. Whether it is a skyscraper in Lagos or a housing project in Abuja, the quality of our growth depends on the quality of your craft by your hands. The theme of this gathering is more than just a celebration. It is a recognition of excellence. For too far long, the artisan was viewed through a lens of informality. Today, we are changing that narrative. At the Industrial Training Fund ITF, we see you as primary architect of our national development. You are not just laborers, you are technicians, specialists, and entrepreneurs. You are the reason made in Nigeria can stand for quality and durability. To the awardees today, your excellence is the proof of concept for the 3 technical framework the ITF is currently institutionalizing: standardization and certification. Quality is not an accident. It is the result of high-level benchmark. Working with relevant organizations, we are currently refining our curriculum and assessment criteria to ensure that pass marks are not just academic, but reflect real-world site efficiency, what you are doing at the site, not what you are writing in the classroom. By partnering recognized awarding bodies and sector skill councils, we are ensuring that the certificate you hold is a verifiable badge of competence anywhere in the world. 2, licensing and digital portal. A major friction point is our construction industry. It is that our construction industry have lack of verified registry. Working with other agencies and partners, we are developing a robust licensing framework that evaluates more than just technical skill. It assesses character and efficiency. We are creating a single source of truth where developers can verify an artisan's credential in real time. There will be nothing like a small boy learning with you and running away. He will not be used. Nobody will give him a job. This is where we are going. We are creating. The Sector Skill Council will have a huge role to play when the time comes, as we intend to firstly reform the operation of all sector skill councils to conform to international standards. In my view, this is how we build trust in the Nigeria market. Talent export and placement. Nigeria is a talent powerhouse, and we all know that. We are building a pipeline for talent export, where Nigeria artisans qualified and assessed under global standard can compete for and win high-value jobs and contracts across the continents and beyond. We aren't just training you for local side, we are preparing you for the global stage. Conclusion. The organizers, sister, I commend you consistently. To the artisans, your sweat and precision are the foundation upon which our nation economy is built. As you receive these awards today, do not see them as a destination, but as a challenge to mentor the next generation. As you accept this honor, know that the federal government is committed to providing the regulatory backbone through the ITM that turns your work into a lifelong bankable career. Let us build a Nigeria where artisanship is synonymous with professionalism. As the Honorable Minister of State for Education has earlier said, that both the classroom education and the site education, both of them are education, you know that? One is practical and technical, and the other one is in the classroom. You are both learning. So, we are coming, in ITF, we are coming with something, and we are not bringing it out now. When we bring it out, merging the two together, you will be surprised and you'll be happy. On behalf of my minister, I congratulate all the nominees and winners. Thank you for building Nigeria. Thank you. One brick at a time. One brick at a time. You are building Nigeria one brick at a time. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for him. Are we clapping at all? Well, thank you, thank you. We will take, may I especially appreciate the National Chairperson of the Association of Professional Women Builders of Nigeria, Builder Dr. Mrs. Margaret Sati Shorka. Please put your hands together for her. Is she around at all? Mark, can you just stand for recognition? Are there members around? Let's celebrate her. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Mark, can you repeat that so we hear what you say?
Great female artisans! Great female artisans!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please put your hands together for them. The next person I'm about to bring is an institution. Is the one who builds policies the way a master builder composed concrete, measured, deliberate, and designed to endure storms. Where there were cracks in the nation's housing structure, he has begun reinforcement. Where communities stood like unplastered walls, he is beginning to apply structure, symmetry, and strength. He has stepped into office not with heroic, but with blueprints. Like a careful mason, he's stacking 100,000 housing units nationwide, building upon hope, raising rooftops over families, and having us to live in hope and in plenty. Through his national urban renewal and slum upgrade program, is walking into forgotten corridors of the city, places where time had eaten the pain of development. Is already helping to be sure that with 54 projects already ongoing in different sites, the scaffolding of renewal is no longer theoretical, it is visible. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, is also setting up one of the largest online one-stop shop for all artisans, so that anywhere you are, you'll be visible to those who need your services, and is working to ensure that everyone sees what you are doing. And as the proposed National Social Housing Fund, he is also attempting something deeper, laying a financial foundation beneath the physical one, building bricks without funding collapse. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, he has helped with this program, particularly with NASA, where we have seen him ensuring that we get training, ensuring that our training and our skills get certified, and that at the end, we are onboarded to a digital market where everyone in the world will understand and see what we are doing. He has started by building 10,000 housing projects going on in different locations across the country. He's creating jobs, 25 jobs per house. You can put the mass and calculate the entire building and jobs that he has started to create. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to welcome a two-time winner of the Africa Housing Minister of the Year Award, a two-time winner of the Africa Minister of the Year Award. May I therefore invite our own Minister, the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed Musa. Thank you. Please put your hands together.
Thank you very much. Please sit down, Honorable Minister. The Honorable Minister of State for Education and Chairperson World Skills Nigeria, my sister, Professor Sueva Said Ahmed, the Honorable Minister of Industries, ably represented by the Director General ITF, Dr. Latif Hafiz Oluwatosun, the Executive Secretary, Nigerian Board for Technical Education, Professor, the DG's system, and the convener, providers, our talented artisans across the federations, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our great artisans, Good morning to every one of us. It's truly a pleasure to be here today at the 6th Construction Artisans Awards, a gathering that celebrates the people whose hands literally built Nigeria. Over the past 2 days, this venue has been alive with activity, from centralized screening and practical assessments to the grand finals and upskilling workshops. We have witnessed discipline, innovation, and professionalism in action. I therefore want to commend the organizers for curating such a rigorous process and acknowledge the insightful contributions of the speakers who addressed us earlier today. Today's ceremony is not just a closing moment, it is a culmination of hard work, learning, competition, and collaboration. We are not just celebrating skills today, we are celebrating dignity. We are celebrating craftsmanship, and we are celebrating nation building. What began as an initiative to organize artisans has evolved into a national platform promoting professionalism, certification, and pride in skill work. Certification pathways and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR and the Renewed Hope agenda were positioning housing not merely as a social service, but as a powerful economic engine. Housing is not only about shelter, it creates jobs, drives supply chains, and stimulates local industries and even expands opportunity. Through accelerated delivery, stronger partnership with the private sector, improved mortgage access, and land reforms, we are unlocking housing as a catalyst for national development. Yet, even as we scale delivery, we must be honest with ourselves. Nigeria faces a serious shortage of skilled construction artisans, as adduced by the MBTE and even the ITF DG. Millions more skilled workers are needed, while many practicing artisans remain uncertified. So you should be lucky that you are not only trained, you will also be certified under the Ministry of Federal Ministry of Education, ably represented here by the Honorable Minister herself. We see the consequences in building defects, poor finishing work, project delays, cost overruns, and safety skills or risks. The truth is simple: the quality of our building reflects the quality of our skills. The construction sector remains one of Nigeria's largest employers. Every housing unit built creates work for masons, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, welders, tilers, painters, and many others across the value chain. Therefore, our housing programs are creating jobs, supporting small businesses, strengthening local materials production, and even opening pathways for young Nigerians to earn a dignified living. But we must move from labor to skilled labor. That is the difference between